Lesson 23, A Course in Miracles. So yesterday I said that lesson 22 was one of my favorite lessons, and lesson 23 really just comes out of lesson 22. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. The idea for today contains the only way out of fear that will ever succeed. Nothing else will work. Everything else is meaningless. But this way cannot fail. Every thought you have makes up some segment of the world you see. It is with your thoughts, then, that we must work, if your perception of the world is to be changed. If the cause of the world you see is attack thoughts, you must learn that it is these thoughts which you do not want. There is no point in lamenting the world. There is no point in trying to change the world. It is incapable of change because it is merely an effect. But there is indeed a point in changing your thoughts about the world. Here, you are changing the cause. The effect will change automatically. Now, this makes complete sense to me as a couples therapist because I can see the cycle that happens between every couple. Nobody's at fault. What happens is you create this cycle together, so you can create a negative cycle or a positive cycle. So this makes absolute sense to me. I don't know if everybody can see it in the same way, but I'm sure eventually you will be able to. All you need to do is ask, how can I see this differently? Okay. The world you see is a vengeful world, and everything in it is a symbol of vengeance. Each of your perceptions of external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. One can well ask if this can be called seeing. Is not fantasy a better word for such a process, and hallucination a more appropriate term for the result? You see the world that you have made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means, for where is the world you see when its cause is gone? Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loneliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them even though they were made of hate, for you will not be making them alone. So I'm just going to further carry that out. When I see couples and they're creating a negative cycle, it's like that saying that Einstein had, you can't solve a problem from the place that it was created. You have to come from a different place. So once you start creating a positive cycle, that's your cycle. And you can go back and try to understand the negative cycle that you created, but it's not really gonna, in the beginning, that helps you to stop it. But really what it's all about is creating that new positive cycle. And it's all about loving yourself and loving others. But it starts with loving yourself. You see the world that you made, but you do not see yourself as the image maker. You cannot be saved from the world, but you can escape from its cause. This is what salvation means, for where is the world you see when its cause is gone? I think I might have read this already. Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. Loveliness can light your images and so transform them that you will love them, even though they were made of hate, for you will not be making them alone. I did read that, but it's worth reading again. The idea for today introduces the thought that you are not trapped in the world you see, because its cause can be changed. This change requires first that the cause be identified and then let go so that it can be replaced. The first two steps in the process require your cooperation. The final one does not. Your images have already been replaced. By taking the first two steps, you will see that this is so. Besides using it throughout the day as the need arises, 5 practice periods are required in applying today's idea. As you look about you, repeat the idea slowly to yourself first, and then close your eyes and devote about a minute to searching your mind for as many attack thoughts as occur to you. As each one crosses your mind, say, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. Hold each attack thought in mind as you say this, and then dismiss that thought and go on to the next. In the practice periods, be sure to include both your thoughts of attacking and of being attacked. Their effects are exactly the same because they are exactly the same. You do not recognize this as yet, and you are asked at this time only to treat them as the same in today's practice periods. We are still at the stage of identifying the cause of the world you see. When you finally learn that thoughts of attack and of being attacked are not different, you will be ready to let the cause go.